Hello. Do you want to play a game?
Saw opens with two men waking up chained on opposite sides of a bathroom, with a dead body lying between them on the floor. One of the men is a photographer named Adam, while the other is a surgeon named Lawrence Gordon. The game is simple in its cruelty. Dr. Gordon has to kill Adam by a specified time, or his own family will be murdered. None of the men really know why they've been chosen, and as they try and piece the situation together, the audience also pieces together the larger architecture of Jigsaw's philosophy. The story slowly builds towards one of the most famous twist endings that cemented the film as an all-time classic. James and Lee started developing the idea for the film in the early 2000s, based on their shared fears and love of psychological horror.
Has to do with the script and the story and the characters that Lee and I worked on, that we spent 2 years basically crafting. And what that allowed me to do is I got to know their characters really well. And so when I was pitching to them about how I would like them to play it and what I would like them to do and how it's different to other horror films, I'm coming from a perspective and a point of view that is very much had grown up with the characters, when Lee and I were working on the script and all that.
After writing the script, they scraped together $7,000 to shoot an 8-minute short film as a proof of concept, something they could use to show studios what Saw could become. With no industry connections and barely any money, James and Lee took a leap of faith and flew to Los Angeles, carrying copies of the short and hoping someone would take a chance on them. After countless rejections, the short eventually found its way to Twisted Pictures, a small production company that immediately saw potential in the concept and offered them $1.2 million to expand it into a feature film. And when Saw finally hit the theaters, it surpassed even the most optimistic expectations, grossing over $100 million at the box office, more than 80 times the cost of the production budget, instantly becoming one of the most profitable horror films ever made. It made $18 million in its opening week, earning nearly 15 times its entire production budget in just 3 days. This success instantly transformed James Wan from an unknown filmmaker into one of the most talked about new directors in modern cinema, proving he could create massive audience interest with extremely small budgets, a reputation that would define much of his career. Saw currently holds a 50% critics score, which proved how divided the critics were on the movie's graphic violence and grim atmosphere. But despite the mixed reviews, audiences embraced the originality and tension, helping turn the movie into a massive word-of-mouth success. But James wasn't interested in repeating himself, so he chose to step away and prove he could create horror outside of Jigsaw's shadow. If you enjoyed this clip, you can watch the full breakdown on our main channel, or keep the binge going with the next clip.